If you're a runner, you know how important it is to stretch, so come and join me for this quick sequence to keep your muscles happy. Come to the top of your mat, have your feet hip distance apart, arms by your side, knees are slightly bent, lengthen through the crown of the head, shoulders are relaxed. Then fold forward with a straight back. Keep your neck long. Once you can't get any further, round your back, drop your head, and then roll up into a standing position. Arms by your side once you're up. And again, so folding forward with a straight back. Round your back and curl up. One more. Fold forward with a straight back, keeping your neck long, and then release your head, round your back, and come up, up, up into a standing position. Take your right foot in front of the left. If possible, bring it even further towards the left. Both set of toes face towards 12 o'clock. Now fold forward from here. Fold forward. You can have your back round and stay here, holding here. Keep your feet grounded. Hold for 5 more. 4, legs are straight. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up. Switch legs. So your left foot goes in front, and if possible, even further towards the right. And fold forward, and hold here. Your legs are straight. Keep your feet grounded, and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come up, back into standing position. Bring your feet parallel to each other again. Place your hands on your hips. Fold forward, keep your back straight, have your knees bent. So bend your knees as much as you need to now bring your fingertips on the mat. Keep your back as straight as possible. Keep your left leg bent, straighten out your right leg. You can even lock your knee. Keep your right foot grounded. So inner edge of the foot and the big toe are pressing down. Hold here. And we'll add a twist. So first we're holding. Now we're adding the twist, taking the right arm up towards the ceiling. Right leg is straight and your left leg is bent. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Release. Switching sides. So bend your right leg, straighten out your left. First we're holding here. Keep your left foot grounded. Press your big toe down, press the inner edge of your foot down, holding here. And when you're ready, at the twist, take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Stay here and breathe for 3 more. 2 and 1. Hand comes down and then bend both of your knees. Take a big step back with your right leg. Walk your hands back. And then lower down your back knee onto the mat. Holding here. Push your hips forward and down. What you do with your back toes is up to you. You can have them tucked under or long. And now take your arms up towards the ceiling. So line your arms up with your ears. Keep pushing your hips forward and down. Hold here and breathe for 3 more. 2 and 1. Hands come down. Lift your back knee up. Step forward. Other side. Take a big step back. Lower down your knee. Gently push the hips forward and down. Holding here. And breathe. Now take your arms up. Line them up with your ears. Keep pushing hips forward and down. Back toes are either tucked under or long. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Hands come down. Back toes tucked under. Lift your knee up. Step forward to the top of the mat. Lengthen here. Inhale. Straighten out your back. And exhale. Fold forward. Holding here. Now take your hands. Place your hands underneath your feet until your toes touch your wrist. Bend your knees for that as much as you need to. Raise your hips as high as you can. Hold here. Relax your neck for 3 more. 2 and 1. Release, place your hands flat on the mat, bend your knees, step back, downward facing dog. So one leg, then the other leg steps back, and then pedal your feet a few times in your downward facing dog. Relax your head, relax your neck. Rolling over your right toes a few times. And over your left toes a few times. Release your heels down. Turn your right toes towards 1 o'clock. Right heel is coming onto the mat. Press the outer edge of your right foot against the mat. Your leg is straight as much as you can. Shift the weight towards your right leg. Again, feel the stretch in your calf, hamstring, maybe IT bend. And then if you like, lift your left leg up. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Pedal your feet a few times. Come forward into plank pose. From plank, bring your shoulders further forward, place your knees down, bend the elbows. Lower all the way onto your belly, point your toes, lift up into your low cobra, and then come back into your downward facing dog. Other side, so your left toes turn out towards 11 o'clock. Heel comes down, straighten out your leg and press the outer edge of your foot down. Start to shift the weight into your left leg. And maybe your right leg comes up. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes down. And then pedal your feet a few times in your downward facing dog. Come forward into plank pose. Bring your shoulders forward, knees down, lower all the way onto your belly. Point your toes, lift up into a cobra. And from there, back into your downward facing dog. From down dog, take your right foot outside your right hand. Gently walk forwards and backwards a few times. Lower down your back knee onto the mat and keep pressing forward. So hips come forward and down, holding here. And start to straighten out your right leg slightly. Take your right toes where your right heel was. So take a little step back. And then push the hips forward and down and press your right heel down towards the mat. Holding here. So maybe you can feel a bit of a stretch in your calf here. Hold here for 3 more. 2. And 1. Downward facing dog. So lift the back knee up and step back. Pedal your feet a few times. Other side. So left foot outside your left hand. Rock forwards and backwards a few times. Then lower down your right knee onto the mat. Push the hips forward and down. Stay here. Okay, so now we're taking a step back again. So where the heel was, the toes come now. So take a step back. And again, push the hips forward and down. And press your heel, your left heel towards the mat. And maybe you feel a bit of a stretch there in your calf. Holding here. And ease out of the pose, come into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet in your down dog. Then lower down your knees onto the mat. Have your toes tucked under. Bring your little toes facing forward. And then stay here. So sitting here, feel the stretch in your toes. For 3 more. 2. And 1. Come forward. Now point your toes. You're sitting on your heels again. Take your hands behind you. Lift your knees up as you're leaning back a little bit. Hold here. So you want to feel the stretch in the front of your feet, maybe in your shins. Lift your knees a little bit higher. For 3 more. 2. And 1. Slowly lower down your knees. Hands on the mat. Briefly come into your downward facing dog. Pedal your feet in your down dog. And when we come sitting down, have your legs straight in front of you. Shake them out. Place the sole of your right foot against the left inner thigh. Stay here. Sit upright. And then fold over your left leg. Have your left foot flexed. Holding here for 3 more. 2. And 1. Slowly come back up. So the next one, if your knee doesn't agree with it, repeat what we just did. Or take your heel, so right heel with the left hand, take your left arm underneath your calf and then turn your toes down. Yeah? So your toes turn down and your heel comes up. Spread your toes, especially your little toes want to be spread across the mat. And the sole of the foot comes against the inner thigh. Knees relax down. Stay here. This may be enough. Or you can lift up, scooch forward a little bit, and you feel a more intense stretch in your toes. See how your knee feels about folding forward. Maybe you want to fold forward a little bit. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Lift, scooch back and release. And we'll do the other side. So first the sole of the foot comes against the inner thigh. Sit upright and fold forward. Your right leg is straight, foot is flexed. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Slowly come up. Now take your heel, take the other arm underneath to turn the toes down. Spread your toes across the mat. Sole of the foot comes against the inner thigh. Hold here for a moment. And then maybe you can lift up, scooch forward a little bit so the heel comes a tiny bit higher. And then check in with your body, check in with your knee. If you can, you fold forward. Hold here for 3 more. 2 and 1. Come up, scooch back and release. Shake out your legs. Now take your right knee, take your right ankle, cradle your leg and place the ankle across the knee. Fold forward here. Hold here. Flex your foot, both feet in fact, and then slowly come up. Now take your right knee, bring it over your left knee. Flex your left foot, fold forward, holding here. Feel the stretch and breathe for 3 more. 2 and 1. Slowly come up, release. Take your knee, take your ankle, and bring the ankle above the knee. Fold forward here. Your feet are flexed. Hold for 3 more. 2 and 1. Slowly come up. Take your knee, take your ankle, and then bring the knee across the other one. Fold forward here. Right leg is engaged and your feet are flexed. Hold here and breathe. Feel the stretch for 3 more. 2 and 1. Slowly come up, lean back and release. Shake out your legs. Place your feet flat on the mat. Heels close towards your outer hips. Hug your knees. Sit upright. And then if possible, you come into a squatting position. Place the hands together in front of your chest. Holding here. Press your knees to the side with your elbows for 3 more. 2 and 1. Come sitting down again. Place your feet flat on the mat. Extend your arms forward. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you round your lower back and you're leaning back. Hold here. Raise your right leg up. Raise your left leg up. Hold here. Variation of boat pose and breathe for 3 more. 2 and 1. Place one foot down and then the other foot. Take your hands next to your hips. Raise your hips up. Hold here. Holding here. And then bend the elbows backwards and straighten. Bend and straighten for 3 more. 2, 1. And then place your hips down again. Extend your arms forward. Lean back slightly. So you're rounding your lower back. Sternum chest is lifted. Float your left leg up. Then your right leg. Holding here. Now straighten your right. Bring it up again. And straighten your left. And come up. As you straighten, lean back a little bit with your torso. Keep going. 2 more rounds. First the right, then the left. 1 more round. Place your feet down onto the mat. Hands are left and right of you. Lift up, holding here. Then bend the elbows backwards, hold here. Keep your hips high as you can. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Place your hips down again. Extend your arms forward. Lean back and then float your feet off the mat. Straighten out your legs as you're leaning back and come up again. And again, straighten, come up for 3 more. 2, 1, and release. Place your feet flat on the mat and hug your knees for a moment. Now bring the right knee facing forward and your left knee stacks on top. Make sure you're not sitting on your heel. Lift your hips up, wiggle around a little bit and fold forward. Holding here for 3 more. 2, and 1. Slowly come up, lean back, switching legs. So knees face forward, heel is out of the way, lift your hips up, and then you're folding forward. Hold here, and breathe for 3 more. 2, and 1. Slowly come back up. Lean back, release your legs, shake them out a little bit. Well done. So that's it. Very short sequence for a nice stretch post run. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.